channel. So as you saw in the title, I'm going to be sharing how I lost 30 pounds and how I did that in less than 6 months. So if you're interested in learning how I transformed my life and was able to lose 30 pounds as a result, keep watching the video. During college, you kind of fall into that party scene. And I wasn't shy of the party scene at all. Like before college, I definitely had a little bit too much fun in my early years. And I can share more about that in another video. But today I just kind of want to talk about where I was before I started to get into fitness and before I started to kind of embody health and wellness. So I was in college at Algonquin College, and there I started to, drink a lot. I was kind of, party girl. If there was anything going on that weekend and you needed that buddy to drink with, like I was there with you. All you had to do was just call me up, I'd be there. So this kind of started to spiral out of control a little bit. I definitely gained quite a bit of weight and I felt pretty lethargic. I wasn't active whatsoever. I was fairly sedentary other than like my job that I was working for, which was like I was a server at that point. So again, like you're kind of a part of the service industry. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of substance abuse. So as I was saying, I just had to move locations because my ears were ringing so bad over there and it was really echoey. But as I was saying about the service industry, for me, it didn't work out too well because I had a really hard time finding balance. I'm somebody who likes to exceed in certain ways, whether it's alcohol, now fitness. Sometimes I do too much. So I really have a hard time finding the balance. So for me, in that lifestyle of drinking, living a bit of a party girl lifestyle, it just didn't work. I was like happy, but I knew that there was more to life than where I was going. And I had always really wanted to embody health and wellness. And so, working in a restaurant, serving and having a beer or 2 or 5 after work every day just wasn't working. And I needed to change something. But it did take time. It does, may take 10 times to try and embark a new lifestyle change. And you may fail a couple times before you get there. So that's kind of what happened. It took me over 5 years to finally make the moment to transform. Okay, so at this point, I'm now in the fitness and health promotion program to start my new lifestyle. This is essentially a reset for me. But it didn't take till the second year of the 2-year program to actually start to make the changes. I had enrolled in a fitness program and, I just thought, okay, if I'm in personal training school, all these things, I'll just lose weight naturally and, I'll stop drinking and all of a sudden I'll be super healthy. Like, no, that's not how it works. I had to actually put the hard work in myself and I kind of just expected it to happen. So at what point did I decide to change and what I actually did? So I remember there was a moment where I decided to change. Like, it's kind of like a choice. Like, you have to really commit to this change because it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of dedication and the motivation's always not going to be there. You have to kind of make the motivation, and every week you're going to have to find new motivations. So I remember I was coming home from a Nova Scotia road trip. Oh my god, this camera's heavy. I have to switch arms. I was coming home from Nova Scotia and I was the heaviest I'd ever been, and I was in the fitness and health promotion program, guys. I was expecting to lose weight, but instead I started to kind of gain weight, which is kind of hard to accept, especially as a personal trainer. Like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, like my body is my business card in many ways. How I live my lifestyle is my business card. My lifestyle is what I'm going to share with others. It's a tough pill to swallow when you look around at your peers and everybody's really fit and healthy and I'm feeling kind of bad about myself. I'm not feeling confident at all at this point. So yeah, it took about 1 year for me to actually be like, okay, like something needs to change. So basically, sorry, kind of shaking and move arms again. Basically what I did was I was on a road trip, I was coming home, and me and Eric were listening to some motivational podcasts, and one of the tips that we got was write down your goals. And I kind of had known about this, but I never really like put it into action, that you actually have to write down what you want, because that's when it becomes real. And when you write it down, you're able to take it from here and get it out into the world. So it's now a tangible thing. It's not just an idea floating in your head, if that makes sense. So for me, that really worked. And so I wrote down my goal. Okay, I want to lose, I don't remember what the number was at that point. It probably wasn't 30, because that's a big number to just say I want to lose 30 pounds right away. It was probably like 10. And I want to stop drinking. And I had a lot of financial goals as well. So this all kind of tied in together, right? Because my career was, switch hands again, my career was based around fitness and health. So if I wasn't, you know, like I said, living a healthy lifestyle and looking fit, then that's going to impede my financial health. So I wrote down a bunch of goals, included like my spiritual goals, my fitness goals, my financial goals, and I wrote down the why I wanted these things to come into action. I had to write these things down in order for it to work, and it did. So another thing that I did was I decided to go to the gym almost every day. This is a little insane. I don't recommend it. But again, I'm somebody who has a hard time with balance, as I was saying. So I decided I wanted to work out 6 days a week, and I did that. And I didn't buy a fancy program. I didn't hire a personal trainer, even though I do recommend that, because you will get there quicker and you will also avoid injuries. Yes, I got a lot of injuries. I did traditional weightlifting with a bit of HIIT cardio, and I went every single day. It didn't matter if I went there for 20 minutes or if I went there for almost 2 hours, I was there. And that really worked for me. Again, I had to write that down. If you're not a gym goer, obviously people are going to the gym right now, we're in the middle of a quarantine, but if it's in your house, write down that workout. You know, it's just that constant routine. If you guys don't know about intermittent fasting, it's where you have a certain eating window, not for everybody, and you have to do it properly, because you can kind of screw up your system, especially with your hormones and that kind of thing. So I recommend talking to your nutritionist, talking to a doctor before you decide to do that. I've been fasting like on and off throughout my life for a while, and so I would do full day fasts, and then I would also do half day fasts. I think I would stop eating at like 7 p.m. and then like start eating at 12 the next day, and that was really easy for me. And that really did help. Like, I lost a lot of weight, and most people who do it and do it properly see really good results. So when you're fasting, or when you're eating, and during your eating window, you wanna make sure that you're still eating the same amount of calories that you're eating in a full day. So say if I have like between 12 and 7, I wanna make sure I'm eating all my 2,000 calories, or how many calories do you usually eat in a day. So it's not a diet, it's more of a eating schedule. And if you're dieting on top of the eating schedule, then you're going to harm yourself and harm your hormones. So eating the same amount of food and not restricting, okay guys? That's really, really important when fasting. So I did the no drinking, the fasting, I was working out every day. And on top of that, I also was doing protein shakes in the morning. I was using Isagenix at the time. I don't use it anymore. And that's the only thing that I don't do anymore is the Isagenix shake. So I was doing an Isagenix smoothie shake in the morning instead of a breakfast. And it's supposed to give you all your essential nutrients and minerals, but that's not something that I endorse anymore. It would just work for me at the time. I had a big goal and I wanted a little bit extra help. So that's something that I did do in the beginning. If you want to learn more about Isagenix, there's lots of information online. I'm not going to share too much about that. It's not something that I do anymore. So I don't really want to encourage it too much, because I want people to do it naturally. But I just wanted to be super transparent with you guys and let you know that that is something that I did. So what does my fitness look like today? So obviously my body has changed quite a bit over the years. I had lost that initial 30 pounds, but I put more weight on and a bit of muscle and a bit of fat as well. But I haven't let go of that initial goal that I wrote down almost 4.5 years ago now. So I have been making sure that I'm active 4 to 5 days a week ever since that time I wrote that goal down. That's insane, guys. I never thought that it would continue for this long. You know, obviously I am a personal trainer, so it's a passion of mine, but even with alcohol, like I did that year of no drinking and that really helped. But now I have a way better relationship with alcohol than I ever have. You know, I haven't reintroduced it into my life, but I do respect it and I don't get, you know, blackout drunk and abuse it. I honestly can count on my hand how many times I've got, you know, pretty heavily intoxicated like I was getting before. So right now I'm doing the home workouts because we're in a quarantine. I can't go to the gym, but I'm still maintaining the 4 days a week. I'm doing a bit of HIIT, lower body, upper body. I don't push it too hard. I just do it to feel good and to get that boost of endorphins. And I'm still doing a bit of intermittent fasting. I kind of switch it around a little bit according to the day. But because we're in a quarantine, I'm able to have a bit more flexibility with it because I'm at home all day. So I will stop eating sometimes around 4 or 6 o'clock, and then I won't eat till the next morning. And that seems to work for me. So that's what I'm doing right now. I feel good and I feel like I look good. So this is what's working for me right now. If you guys need any more support or have any more questions about that, leave a comment down below. Okay guys, I'll see you in a bit.